Hey, good morning, everyone. I am here to review the Journal of Effective Teaching. This is a peer-reviewed electronic journal that is kept by the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. And it is designed so that people can submit articles that discuss teaching excellence in colleges and universities. The journal is published twice a year, and every few years they will do a special edition. And that special issue is devoted to a current educational topic. When I looked through their website, that had occurred in 2014 and 2016. Usually in each journal issue, there are 5 to 7 articles, and those articles are centered around issues of effective teaching or scholarship of teaching. And what they say in their website is that they are looking for contributions in the form of empirical research on pedagogy, innovations in teaching and learning, and classroom experiences in the forms of scholarly communication. When I went through the past 3 years of issues and looked at, actually, I pretty much read each article that was in the issues for those 3 years, and I found a lot of literature reviews on effective teaching strategies. I saw some position papers. Very few actually was empirical research where the authors actually did their own study. But when they did, there were a mixture. There was one study that was using quantitative methodologies, and they used t-test and ANOVA as the means for data analysis. And then there was a qual study that used student surveys as well. I found that I really enjoyed reading a lot of the articles, and I think that they offer a lot of insight on some effective teaching strategies, which, I mean, obviously that's what the article title is, and so that's what you would expect. But I think that, what do I think? Some of the articles included online instruction and how's the best way to structure that. What is a flipped classroom, and what students should be getting out of that, and how do you design it? There was an article on providing feedback. There was an article on using critical pedagogy, which I also found very, very interesting. As far as publishing, this would be definitely an article that I could publish some of my own teaching strategies and things that I do in my classroom. And as far as how this helps teach qualitative research methodology classes, I don't think that is actually something that it does very well. And sorry for the light, but it's really bright. There was an article on pedagogical considerations for effectively teaching qualitative research for students in an online environment. So it didn't really talk about necessarily qualitative research methodologies, but how best to set that up in an online environment. I thought it was an excellent summary of literature on online teaching of qualitative research. And it's a great resource to use. And then there was one more article, the 50-minute ethnography, teaching theory through field work. And so basically, I mean, it's like what the title said, how to use field work to teach students to use ethnography as a research methodology. As far as trying to figure out the value of this journal, I couldn't. So I looked up things like Cabell's directories of publishing opportunities online, Google Scholar Metrics, Shimago Journal and Country Rank, Scopus Journal Metrics. I used all of these things. I've researched and researched and researched. I actually know what all these things are, journal impact factors. I've read papers about them. However, This journal is nowhere to be found. I thought I was crazy and I was doing things incorrectly, or I just didn't know what I was doing. So I actually called one of my friends, and he went through the same searches and found absolutely nothing. I used their ISSN number, which they have two different ones. They have a online ISSN number, and then they also have a paper ISSN. Neither one of those worked. So I don't know how impactful this journal is, and I actually don't know how hard it is to get your paper submitted and accepted and published. So there's that. Anyway, hope everyone has a great day, and talk to you soon, and look forward to reading your comments and your posts for this week.